So today I'm going to do bicep workout, and I'm warm up super light here, and I'm also going to do a shoulder workout. I'm thinking, so this is slightly inclined. Just for a minute. And I'll do let's set up biceps first, or 4 sets of biceps first. And then I'll do a shoulder. I'll probably do the seated shoulder, one arm, just because it's similar position. So I'll do incline, biceps, seated bicep, and then I'll do the one arm with the straight seated back shoulder presses. Kind of go from there. Okay, so I'll start off with 35 here. And then I'll go slightly higher and jump to a different handle and do 42 and a halves. Same exercise. So 42 and a half. And I'm doing alternating arm because it's a little easier. But you can do just the one arm. Sometimes that works better. I'm going to keep the weight here and do 2 more sets and then start the shoulders. see. Okay. There we go. And it could be quicker in between sets. But maybe next time. Okay. I'll do one more of these. Starting to feel it. Feel a little pump. And I didn't have my tea ready, so I have to wait a minute or two for that. I'm trying to do a bunch of things at the same time, which is one of the benefits of working out, that you can try to knock a bunch of things out. Or it could be a distraction, depending on how you view it. Yep. 42.5, same weight I've been using for the past 3 sets. And I have some bumper plates on the ground that I need to put downstairs. I haven't got a chance to do it. And I haven't done biceps and shoulders in a while, so we'll see if I get. I remember I've done it a couple times where you get like kind of a weird pump, and it makes it a little bit harder to do shoulders, especially any overhead movements. But I don't think it'll be a major problem today. So. So, since I'm not warmed up at all with my shoulders, I'll warm up a little. I'm going to swap out the 12.5 handle for the 20 handle, and I'll go to like 65, which feels kind of heavy right now. So here we go. One arm shoulder press. This is a little weird with the bicep pump, but not terrible. I've abused my couch over the years with dumbbells, so that felt just awkward, but I'm going to go up to 80, and hopefully that's not too crazy. And I wasn't properly prepared, so my T is still steeping. I'm going to give it another, maybe halfway through the workout, I'll try a little. Just gonna do regular water for right now. Okay. So this is 80 pounds. Let's give this a shot. Okay. Okay. Tweaked my wrist a little on that one. So I'm going to go up slightly. So I'm at 80. I'm going to go to 87.5 by switching handles. even though my rest period is pretty high, it's still taking a lot out of me to do the kind of different muscle groups and switch between. Just because I got used to doing it one way, so it's good to mix it up. So I'm going to try 87.5 pounds. Okay, here we go. Starting to struggle, so I'll keep the weight here. Whew. Whew. Now the reasoning behind me doing the one arm movement is it feels a lot easier on my shoulder, like I don't have as much shoulder. Sometimes if I do either barbell shoulder press or dumbbell seated shoulder press, I have some instability in my right shoulder and I tend to go kind of a little too wobbly sometimes, and then my shoulder hurts for a while. So when I do it this way, I guess I'm using more other muscles, which is also kind of helping, and it doesn't hurt, and I can do it. And so that's kind of my goal, is just to be able to do something as opposed to nothing. So if I don't have to do the traditional exercise, I find something different that doesn't hurt. And I've been doing this for a while, so I'd much rather be able to work out than not work out. So normally what I was doing for a while, since my shoulders were just bothering me every time I would do shoulders, even though I do light shoulders or I do traps or something, I just had a nagging shoulder injury, and so I just stopped doing shoulders. Only time my shoulder would get worked out is if I was doing, another exercise that I've used, like my front delts or whatnot, and I might do side delts on its own day or something. And I generally had no problems with the side delts or the front delts, because I think I had some sort of problem with my shoulder, which I still do, but it doesn't bother me. Like I can flat bench, I can dumbbell bench press, and I'm very thankful that I can do that. So key idea is just to work out around stuff, and if something's really killing you, just take some time off. So I'm gonna be able to do this for as long as I can, to a reasonable degree, I guess. Maybe when I get old, if my knees aren't killing me and I can't weightlift anymore, I'll get into cycling, or I'll find something just to keep active. For now, I can weightlift, and that's what I'm gonna do. So this is 87.5 pounds. Okay, so back to biceps. I'm gonna do some more isolated bicep work in a minute. So I'm going to use my new extension that I bought for my hoist bench. I put it in a corner with it. Oh, I really have to put those away. So it's not a good idea to have bumper plates upstairs, especially when they almost fall on your foot. I'm starting to sweat, okay? So now we get into an interesting area. What weight do I pick? Do I do two at the same time? Or what do I do here? So I'm gonna put the 20s on. This gives me like a base. I normally start with 20s, and then if I want to go up a little bit, I switch over to the 12.5. So let's start out really light, I think. 35, I guess. So let's see how that looks. I think it's a one arm movement, right? So you can do it either way, right? But I'm gonna try this way, one arm. Ooh. I don't like the one arm. I'm gonna try with the 2 next time. Keep the weight 35. Kind of an awkward angle. A lot of stuff's popping in my back. Just getting in position because I'm not really well stretched out or anything. Okay, so these are both at 35. Oh. Put these right here. I think it's too high. I think that's part of the issue. What else would be too heavy for me? So I'm gonna, I don't know, for whatever reason today, maybe I don't have it set up correctly, maybe I started too heavy. I'm just gonna do a different one, exercise. Now, I can tell this is probably too high, but I don't know. Sometimes when you're not feeling something, do something else. So, whatever. So shoulders. In the interest of it already being set up, I'll do these, which I tend to do a lot. That was 20 pounds. I'm going to go up slightly to 27 and a half. Although in this particular case, it's like you kind of want, I might have wanted 25s, but it's not an option here. That's kind of one of the downfalls of PowerBlock. If you need something really specific that's in between two of the weights, it's not going to happen. So you kind of have to either do a weight with a lesser weight and just do more reps, or a heavier weight and just do less reps. So those are your two real options there. Or you do something different. You don't do power blocks, you maybe do barbell or bands. So 27 and a half. So that was a little just too heavy, so I'm gonna go 20s. Even though I'd like to go up a little bit, there's no middle ground, so I'd rather do that than just kind of throw these up and not really feel anything. So. It's much better feel. And since the handle weighs 20 or 12 and a half, if you ever need those specifically, it's always easy because you just grab them.